Guys, deluded, welcome back, man. YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Now the World Cup. I must admit, people, I don't know why, but I'm enjoying the World Cup. I mean, it's grown on me finally now that it's got going underway. But it doesn't have, I don't know, it's missing the feeling that 2014 had, in my opinion, or the feeling that 06 or 02 had. I mean, between this and 2010, I mean, excluding how good the Spanish players were playing at the time, didn't really capture anything. But other than that, we've seen some good football matches, man. We've seen some entertaining ones, whether it's Nigeria, Croatia, the opening game. Obviously, we've seen the Spaniards versus the Portuguese. We've seen some good games in it. And I know that you've all made your opinions and you've watched players. Now, one that we'd all watch, I told you guys to watch as well, if you don't know him by now, Savic, Milinkovic Savic, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, of Lazio. Someone that's spoken about going to a lot of big teams. Every big team in Europe that's worth their weight in gold or so, or however the phrase goes, has been linked with him. So we got a chance to see him against Costa Rica. He's a young man. He's in his early 20s. He's making sound waves in his career. And I mean, you're speaking about how Lazio won 100 mil plus for the player in today's age. So you want to see something. As you can admit, for his size and presence, naturally people would associate him with being a destroyer, and he can break down playing things, and he does that expertly. It can even improve. But what he's actually good at, he's got a wonderful technical ability, man. I call him the Serbian Yaya Toure. That's how he was moving today. Yes, because of the opposition they played, they're always expected to dominate Costa Rica in the midfield, so there's going to be a bit more time for the Serbian players in and out of possession, so they'll have more of the ball. And with that being said, he won't be needed to defend or break down play or do the other dirty works of being a midfielder as much, so he was allowed to go forward. I don't want to call him a second striker, but very much so. When the ball fell to Mitrovic, if it wasn't him making the neat 1-2s to create chances, the ball was falling to him. He was almost a second striker supporting Mitrovic and dropping in and out of possession. Obviously, if they played a harder ranked nation, he would have to be in and amongst the midfielders. He'd have to be deeper next to Matic and things like that. And he'd be able to, we'd really get to see his level, to be honest, because he'd have to really fight to demonstrate his technical abilities. He's a wonderful footballer, whether it was the neat 1-2s, his range of passing, his ability to play under pressure and escape opposition. The man's a wonderful footballer. On top of the wonderful technical abilities, his physical potential. I mean, the guy's 6 foot plus. He really has a lot of potential, in my opinion. He's multifunctional. For me, it's a box-to-box thing for me with him, because he's got the expert abilities to get up and down the pitch. Like I said, white Yaya Toure, Serbian Yaya Toure to a degree. So yeah, man, for me, that's the thing I see with him at the moment. He can play deep line. Obviously, he can destroy as well, but I do believe you rob him of a lot of the other attributes of his play. But by the same flip of the coin, he also showed his age. At times, unneedably holding on to the ball too much, probably trying a bit too hard. I do think overall we're overdoing it with the praise. Lost the ball sometimes, we shouldn't really lose the ball. There was at times in the dying embers, considering, what was the final score? I can't remember the final score. I'm so sure it was 2 goals because the left back, I'm forgetting names at the moment. The Serbian left back slapped in Kolarov, that's it, because he played in Prem. Slapped in the free kick. Was it 1-0? I'm pretty sure it was 1-0, but something's telling me 2. Either way, look, he was losing the ball. Like, there was a time towards the end of the game, before I went off topic, he was doing unneeded flicks, and Costa Rica had an effort. Against bigger nations, they're going to make you pay. Against club level, bigger clubs, sorry, they're going to make you pay. And if Costa Rica did score against that, the game does change. So there's a lot of potential. For me, it's a similar way in that Pogba is that probably someone needs to sit down with them, or someone needs to speak to them and say, which sort of midfielder do you want to be, and sort of master. Just because I'm saying that, though, doesn't mean they shouldn't be able to play other roles, because that's the topic. Modric and Kroos, they can play many roles in midfield, but primarily, if you were to say their strength is probably controlling games, Modric and Kroos are very good defensively, especially Modric, but the strength would be controlling games. So someone probably need to sit him down in that aspect. And in that regards, in what I've kind of been saying, it comes into balance. Like I said, you got to be able to balance, do the finer arts and get him forward and do what he's good at, defend what he's good at, but it's about the balance. Sometimes you can't always do what you, and Pogba to a degree falls guilty of this, and a lot of midfielders, you rely too much on instinct and a bit less calculated, in the sense that at times, and we need that in them, because that's what makes them make the difference, but at times you need to be able to understand what's necessarily best for the team. Okay, I want to go forward and get into play, but if I go forward, what's the result of me going forward? Am I leaving space and then sacrificing yourself there? It's about give and take. And I do believe if they were to... This video actually came about of him playing and having this topic debate with someone. I do believe Pogba and Savic would be a great pairing, to be honest, because they've both got that box-to-box. They've both got wonderful technical abilities. they can alternate between each other. But what they're both probably guilty of at times is being, because of their age, is naivety. And that's probably the one aspect, once he gets out of his game, Savic, the guy's going to be amazing. Like I said, I want to see him in a game where Serbia are the underdogs, or they have to remain compact, they have to be 2 banks of 4. When he's in possession, he really only has 2-3 touches at most, because they're the games you get to see how good someone is. He's amazing, man. Like I said, you saw some wonderful tackles, you saw some wonderful assists. I'm so sure he even was licked in a bicycle kick as well. He's a good player, man. He's a very good player. Like I said, the only thing would probably be naivety, because if him and someone else that was similar to him did in a 3-man midfield did leave that defensive mid, they're going to be isolated and they could be destroyed. But like I said, he's a wonderful player, man, and he demonstrated it today. And yeah, man, whoever gets him is going to be lucky. But on that note, guys, deluded, get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. Thank you.